Hey, many people are avoiding meat on Fridays during Lent, and since you still have 3 weeks to go, you might be looking for some delicious ideas.
Yeah.
Adrienne Hasty is from PositivelyCooking.com. Good morning.
Good morning.
You have a great idea for Fridays.
Well, I was
no
brainstorming,
meat.
what do I do for vegetarians? So your first thought is seafood, right? But seafood, it can get expensive, and a lot of people don't like seafood.
Yeah, that's true.
So then I kept brainstorming. I wanted something hearty that's going to hit the spot that your taste buds are going to love.
And you came up with?
A black bean burger.
Sounds fantastic.
Yes.
So it is what it sounds like, right?
Yeah, literally.
Black beans.
Black beans made into a burger, right. So I used 2 cans of black beans. So I used one that was salt added and one that was no salt added to kind of take out some sodium. But then anyways, you're going to rinse and drain your black beans anyway. So you put them in the sink, put them in a colander, put them in the sink, and put them in a big mixing bowl. And then get a nice circular motion as you mash them.
Circular, is this about right?
Yeah.
No.
Look, you're a natural. He was telling me he couldn't cook, and he's a big liar because look at him already.
My wife is at home saying he's lying.
No, seriously, he can't cook. Okay, so you get those all mashed up. They mash really easy. Okay.
Yeah, how soft do you want them? Do you want to see any bean?
Well, I mean, not really.
Okay.
Maybe
totally
like
mashed.
totally mashed, but maybe like half of beans are okay. But you'll know, you'll get it.
Okay.
And another thing about having seafood too is it can be expensive. This dish is super cost effective. It uses ingredients you've already got in your pantry, so that's always nice too. But
so how much would this whole thing cost, do you think?
less than $10.
Less than
Typically,
$10?
I was telling you I'm on here for the $10 Tuesday, so I'm just in that zone of,
Yeah. You got it down.
Right.
Keep it going.
Right. So okay, to hide in some vegetables, I'm going to add half of a white onion to my food processor here. And then a bell pepper. I always do a green one because those are always the cheapest.
Now we're talking about this for someone who has no knowledge of culinary activity. Food processor over blender.
I know. I've always used a food processor, so I don't really try and do the blender. But I would imagine it would be a little liquefied if you did it with a blender. So I think this will give you a little bit of a more chopped, nice consistency that will go better in your dish.
How chopped do you want it?
Maybe a little bit.
Like it would go in a nice salsa almost.
Yeah, exactly. Like a guy. Look at you. Okay. Whoops. So then you're gonna add this to there.
Okay, I can do that. That's easy.
Right.
Oh.
Watch the
maybe
blades.
Not.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. This is going to add our flavor. There's about half a cup of chopped cilantro.
Half a cup.
Right? And then I add crushed garlic. You can do chopped garlic, or you can just add your garlic into your food processor.
But you want to add garlic, you think?
Yeah, 100%. And then if you use a garlic crusher, have you ever used one before?
I have not.
Well, because we're talking about you don't cook. Well, it gets all the nice juice out, and it's fantastic. And anyways, and you can add the spices too. The spices are cumin, chili powder, and a little bit of garlic powder.
You want to keep mashing?
Yeah, keep mashing.
Okay.
And then now you can stir it now. That looks good. You did good.
Now tell me, how did you come up with the name Positively Cooking? Because I love the name.
Well, thank you. The cookbook came out in November 2011, and I actually titled an email Positively Cooking, and the person I emailed it to emailed me back saying that would be a really great name for your cookbook, and I was thinking the same thing. So then right there,
and boom.
Thinking of a name for something is actually really hard. So thanks for saying that, because yeah, it was tough to come up. But
so how blended do you want this?
I think that's actually pretty perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So as for a side too, I wanted to briefly talk about a sweet potato fry. So easy.
We were saying one of my favorites.
I know. So all you do, and a helpful hint, if you put a sweet potato into the microwave for 60 seconds, it becomes a lot easier to cook and slice into steak fries. So all you do is slice into steak fries, put it in the oven. You can do it alongside your black bean burgers.
And how long do you want to leave it in the oven?
Since these can take high heat, so they can go 425, 450 for about 15 minutes. So if you're cooking them along the black bean burgers, which is more like a 375, they're going to go for a little bit longer, more like 40 minutes.
Perfect.
Then all you do, we have to get our hands dirty a little bit here.
That's fine.
Okay.
I wash my hands. I Purell a lot here.
We do. We have some right underneath here.
I don't know if you know that, but that's how I do it here.
Okay, so all you do is form them into nice little
How thick do you want them to be?
per se. Just like this, like about a handful.
Okay.
Yeah, and you just put them on your baking sheet. And then again, it's going to get nice and crispy on the outside. And then you're going to want to, like I said, around 375, 400 degrees. And about 20 minutes, you flip them over and bake them for another 20 minutes. And then for top, this one's way too small.
Oh,
Who's
my
this
bad.
for? This
Well,
is
almost
for
like a little
toddler.
slider. It's for Phil. Phil doesn't need any more.
And then you can put avocado on it and tomato and...
I heard burgers, so I'm walking in.
I know.
But you don't actually
That's
have
what
to
I'm
cook this,
saying.
correct? Or you do?
Well, I mean, you don't. I mean, I guess you
You
don't.
could eat it like this, right?
I could, but it's better when you cook it.
Who
Give it
invited
from
you
a
into my
black
kitchen?
Nobody. I love these buns. I saw you use these buns.
Right.
I use these at home all the time.
Aren't they fantastic? And
Yes.
it saves you a little bit of carb.
They're
I mean,
real
you-
skinny.
Right, and you can even wrap them in a lettuce cup if you wanted to, if you're really watching carbs.
Do you want to take a bite since my hands are dirty?
Yeah, is this the finished? Oh,
That's it.
Yeah, and you can melt cheese on it for the last like
Oh,
30
yeah.
seconds or a minute, and
It's
so that's
huge.
Havarti cheese. I know. See, it's hearty, it's vegetarian, it's great for Fridays.
Perfect.
I love
How does it taste, Phil?
It's wonderful.
Thank
I love
you.
black bean burgers. Thank you.
Good, I
By
know.
the way, you can get connected with Adrian. Just go to our website, myfox28columbus.com. Click on news links. This recipe will be on our website under GDC recipes a little later this morning.